So it's always good to hear from people who are watching my videos. So here's a question. We're here in Indiana and are moving to Maricopa County. We have been able to sell our property, but you are correct about the correction here in Indiana as well. The house did not sell for what we thought we were going to get, but we were able to sell it, and we are moving to Maricopa County. The question then becomes, should we buy or should we rent? What are your thoughts? Well, that of course is a dilemma. Most of the time we're talking about investment properties and investment money, investment capital. So we have a certain amount of latitude as to when we deploy that capital. So we have a timing model that says it's going to be more advantageous for us later in the year because I think we're going to get better pricing for it. In the third, fourth, and first quarter of next year, we look to be at optimum. But of course, if you sold your home where you live and your kids live and the dogs are at, where you have all your cars and things, you don't necessarily have that same latitude with which to postpone these purchases. So it depends on you. Oftentimes when we're dealing with investment money, if we're transferring from one side of the country to another side of the country, we have a 1031 exchange, and we already have capital, that's risk capital in the marketplaces, and a 1031, we're avoiding tax event. So that's typically not the problem with a single family home. We don't really have a tax implication. We have a timing to get the kids in school. So oftentimes, as a buyer, you're more concerned with the school, where the work is at, where shopping is at, some amenities. How do we get to the airport? How do we get to the transportation? So these things are more paramount sometimes than return on investment. However, I must tell you that virtually everyone I sit down with, they are always concerned with this asset that we live in. I'm someday going to sell, and it's going to be one of my primary assets that's going to give me retirement money. So it has to perform as well. So right at the moment, you're in a little bit of a jeopardy period. I think that if you are going to move here and you have a horizon of 3, 4, 5 years out, I think you're going to be fine. It's just that if you're subject to transfer in the next 18, 24 months, I think if you bought today, prices may not have recovered in 18 to 24 months. 36 months, I think we're going to be really, really pleased with the way the price performance has gone our way, because I see significantly higher prices, but there is kind of that jeopardy period. So it's a very valid question. And keep in mind that rates have, as we forecast, have backed up half a point. I think maybe there's a little bit more. So you have a very good fixed rate mortgage environment that will also help you, as well as we're starting to see inventory back up here. So just last year, inventory was a problem. Not so much today because homes are taking longer to sell. As the correction unfolds, you'll have a little bit of pricing power, and you're going to have more homes to choose from, and you're not going to have that pressure to find something. So you're always welcome to sit with us. Keep in mind, we'll take a call from you and discuss this with you and find out what's best for you. And if you find out that this isn't good for you, well, we'll help you find a housing, because we have lots of rentals, so that's not a problem. But please feel free to call us. We're really, really good at what we do. My best to you. Bye-bye now.